Hello and welcome to Untwisted Threads. This yarn is called Sisu by Sandnes Garn. This 80% superwash treated wool, 20% nylon yarn features 34 colors currently available to choose from. The colorway that we chose is 4025 Coral, a beautiful warm pink. This 50-gram skein with 191 yards or 175 meters works up as a fingering weight yarn. In today's video, we're going to review and score Sisu by Sandnes Garn using our 5 categories, which are availability, softness, traction, durability, and cost, to help you decide if this is the best yarn for you and your next project. Let's get started. For availability, we give Sisu by Sandnes Garn a score of 3.5 out of 5. Because the company Sandnes Garn originates in Norway, there are fewer options in yarn shops to purchase this yarn in the United States. However, in Europe, you should have a much easier time purchasing or ordering this yarn for an even cheaper price than in the States. And as a bonus, you'll be happy to hear that you're able to purchase a color card for this yarn line to be able to see their color selection before you make your yarn purchase. For softness, we give it a score of 4.1 out of 5. This yarn is what I describe as a woolly feeling yarn. It's not the softest yarn out there, but even my sensitive skin can enjoy it. However, I can definitely tell that this yarn could have the potential for bothering my hands or skin, but it did well as I was knitting up my swatch. Even though it is superwash treated, which often makes a yarn softer, I can feel that this wool isn't a merino and is more similar to a micron count of 27, like Peruvian Highland wool. If you're not familiar with the superwash treatment of yarn, feel free to watch our animal fibers video, where I talk a little bit more in depth about the process. I have felt more rustic and also softer sock yarns before, and I would consider this one to be a happy medium. In terms of warmth and breathability, you'll be happy to hear that wool, even 80% wool, is one of the most breathable and common types for garments and will actively react to the changes in a body's temperature. For traction, we give it a score of 4.7 out of 5. I enjoyed working with this yarn, but nothing really stood out to me as I was knitting with it. It wasn't too slippery and not too much grip, but just enough as it slid on my nickel-plated needles. It also doesn't have a lot of fiber sticking up away from the yarn, so I didn't find it sticking to itself, which was nice. This tightly spun 4-ply yarn didn't have any issues with splitting or coming apart and had a beautiful stitch definition. For durability, we give it a score of 4.75 out of 5. The label doesn't clearly say what kind of wool is used in this yarn, but it does mention that it originates from Uruguay. The feeling and qualities of this yarn reminds me of a hardy Peruvian Highland wool. Similar to the qualities of rustic wool, this yarn has an increased amount of strength and is hardier than, for example, merino yarn. As is the nature of a lot of sock yarns, this yarn features 20% nylon for that extra strength to hold up with the wear and tear that you might experience in a pair of socks. For cost, we give it a score of 3.7 out of 5. For being a 50-gram skein, you can expect to pay $8.50 US per skein. This breaks down to about 4 cents per yard, meaning a size medium sweater would cost approximately $60 US, or about $17 if you're wanting to knit up a pair of socks with 2 50-gram skeins. Overall, we give Sandnes Garn Sisu a score of 4.15 out of 5. This hardy sock yarn is a great choice if you're looking for more of a woolly feeling yarn, but not too rustic. With the added 20% of nylon, I expect that a pair of socks knitted with this yarn would last you a long time, and you're even able to put them in the washing machine since the yarn is superwash treated. And as a bonus, Sandnes Garn offers a lot of free patterns on their website featuring this yarn for different projects, including colorwork cardigans and sweaters. Have you used Sandnes Garn Sisu yarn before? What yarn would you like for us to do a review on next? We would love to hear your thoughts and recommendations in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's review, please like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time.